No, it is way too cold. Boop. No. Oh my God, I'm live. What?
Oh, you're live?
Hello. Yes, we are. But we're going to have to do it differently, like earlier. Can I help everybody? They just literally walked in right when I went live. What?
Say what's up.
Hello, what's up?
Jesus Christ.
Would you guys like to invite everybody else for a party?
I would.
Would you like hats? Would you like cake?
Yes, I would.
Good. Get out of here and go find some.
Ariana, cake fight.
Out, out, out. What?
You gotta yell at me.
What do you want?
Just say what's up.
But you kept wandering in here close.
Can I be part of the lot?
No, get
They like
out.
me more
You're
than
not.
They like me more than they like.
They do not like you more than they like me.
They
Get
do.
out of here.
They do.
Nobody even cares. Now go away.
That way you have less.
Oh my God. What? I'm not kidding. What?
Have you ever put raviolis in with your ramen?
Gross. Everybody out of my office.
That's
Out.
not
Jesus.
Jesus.
Kids. So, first and foremost, no, really, nothing about me is legal. What? True. I just dropped my one paintbrush. Hang on. I swear to God, I'm sitting here in complete silence for the first time in my life, like ever. My kids aren't bothering me, aren't bugging the shit out of me. I literally click everything. I'm typing everything up, going live. As soon as I click go live, they start pouring in. I'm all, what in the fuck? Like, they just sense it. It's like goddamn Spider-Man, spider tingles. They're going live senses. They're like, oh, Dad's going live? I better go see what that's about. I'm like, how did you even know? Literally, they come down from like the 3rd floor and they're like, Dad, what are you doing, Dad? What? No, go away. Anyway. So, everybody, here's what we're doing tonight. First, you might notice this is a whole weird position for my camera to be in up there. So, what we're doing is I've created, let me get rid of this guy. He's not ready yet. Whoop. Set him over there. I've been working on my little fairy corpses. These guys, right, for my conventions coming up. And I have to paint them. And I have a new guy that I'm helping on Facebook right now who is doing a painting. Well, he's painting a mask that he just got. And I'm trying to explain to him techniques of paint. Oh, and also, you got to ignore my desk. This is all paint. This is like my computer setups here and everything sets up here. And it's all dusty. Look, sorry about that. Ugh, look at that dust. It's terrible. It's terrible. I never clean anything. But it's just paint. That's just gross. And but I thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of show this guy and everybody else kind of how I do paint stuff. So first, you get a cup. I don't care, a cup. This is not paint. This is something totally different. So we're going to set that aside. Then you get your paint color, whatever color, right? In this case, it's I don't need this. I need my black. Where the fuck did I put my black? Shit. Hang on a second. I just had some. There it is. Ow, right? Might want to move this so I don't get crap all over it. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to create a wash. Now, what a wash is, if you guys are D&D nerds or miniature nerds out there, you'll know what a wash is. And usually they come pre-done if you're rich and fancy. If you're not and you're poor like me, then you make your own. And that is, well, first of all, I use acrylic paints. I don't care. But a wash is literally like a little bit of paint. That was way too fucking much. And water. Oh, watered down paint. Now, if you're using stuff like, and it depends on how much, okay, let me start over. And depending how thick of a wash you want, depends on how much water you put in with it. Oh, look, I'm teaching things now. Cool. But the lighter you go with it, it'll give it a much more light wash look. Let me show you. But if you're using different kinds of paints, you have to use like paint thinner. So things like that. But acrylics, water-based. Yay. Let me just stir it all up. Now, I've done this with brown already. And what this does is it'll fill in the cracks. If you are doing things with like a brown color, I suggest using a darker brown to do that. Because it'll make it look more realistic. If you use a black for anything, like a hard black, it'll look like shit. But whoop, let me see if I can get this to look good. Oh. It's such a thin, you see, you're even seeing it kind of fill in. Focus. You see it even fills in my little cracks right there. See how that works? It even will fill in the cracks of my hand. Oh, do you see where this is going? Look at my alligator skin. Look at that. So, same thing goes with the dark brown. Depending on how you do it, it'll fill in different areas and stuff. So thus, oh, come on, refocus. Bro. Oh my God, come on. Well, video's now over because you can't see anything. See, bro, come on, look. Oh, there's things down here happening. Come on. Come on, camera. Oh, come on, focus. You. Jub, jub, jub. Look at what the something new's coming to focus or into screen. Come on. So I make these guys. Neat. So kind of collection of the grooves, never considered that. Yes, exactly. That's how a wash works. And it's simple. Again, I use acrylics with water-based. So that way, because they're water-based, it's easy to do. However, if you're going to use anything that's like enamel-based, which is a lot harder to get off if you mess up, you're going to have to use, paint thinners and stuff. Anyway, I wiped my butthole on that one earlier. It's pretty terrible. Oh, it's all gross. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually from this. Because it'd be gross otherwise. Oh, anyway. Now, to do what I'm doing here, these guys and girls, they do have sexes attached to them. I actually I hand made the bone fingers. I hand cast the bones, the whole 9 yards. I've built a lot to them. Some of them are modified. Some parts are modified from other things. But these guys, oh man, I put a lot of work and effort into making each one different, front to back, the entirety of them, skinned, everything. Every finger is different. Literally every knuckle bone is individual, and I have their hands completely, like they're the full deal. And my mom, when I was making these ones, the batch I have here ready, she was like, oh, why do you put so much effort into these things? I'm like, man, because you know what? It's called quality control on my work. You can't just slap something together and be like, oh, look what I made. No. You have to have some pride in your work. I make that important. It's got to be important. Because then when people look at it, you know what? These are going to be in caged boxes, like shadow boxes and things like that. And the deal is yeah, you may not see the backs of them, but on the rare chance that somebody somewhere knocks them off and it breaks, I want them to be able to go, damn, this dude put in the fucking work, didn't he? What the? I may not have enough brown in this to work the magic. But what we're doing is the same thing I just showed you guys, although that may not be enough water in the brown to really do the work. It needs a little bit more sloppy loppy in there, because yeah, that's a little too much brown. Actually, because that's gonna leave it. Oop, that might be too much water. Shit, biscuits. But yeah, we're gonna fill in these cracks and let this gets sloppy and wet. All right. This is the part where I normally make a joke about, like a whorehouse on Saturday night or something like that. And then I get canceled on YouTube. So I'm also going to pat it off a little bit, getting some of that a little bit off. Now, the material, I should send you some of my hair so you can put it in one of those. Actually, it is real human hair. So believe me, I wouldn't say no. Let me stir that up a little bit. Jesus Christ, got a little much there. The stuff I'm using is water-based that I have on them. Oh, they also have tongues. I literally put that much effort into them. I don't know. You can see inside there, she has a little tongue even that comes up from the bottom and everything. I mean, I'm pretty thorough with this stuff. They have a roof with a mouth. They have a palate. They have everything. I like to be very thorough with my work on these things. On everything I do, I like to be very thorough with the work so people can see them and go, that dude knows his shit. He does this stuff. This is what he likes to do. Well, anyway, this is basically it. As a wash goes, you just kind of slop it on there, let it fill in the cracks. Sometimes pat it off. My son's sitting over there whispering stuff like some creepy person.
Hey guys, what's up?
Because for some reason he has to be the center of attention. I don't know where he got that from.
No. What is wrong with you?
I don't know, bro. Like 8:30?
What time is it?
8:18? So a few minutes from now, I suppose.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're not leaving.
I'm comfortable.
I don't care.
You're not very kind.
I am not very kind to you, even on camera. Now get out of
You
here.
have your grumpy pants on.
I don't have my grumpy. Literally everybody comes in here and bugs me when I'm doing stuff.
Hey, bro.
I don't care if you got a pee. Now get out of here. The reason why I pat it off is obviously give it a bit of alteration, so it has that decayed, weird kind of momentary. Like parts of it look good, parts of it look scabby and shitty, and when all pirates scabby and shitty are, or something weird like that. I don't know what I'm saying. And I'll go back over it with black a little bit and hit more like the eyes and the nose area, and to make sure and get inside the mouth really good. Things like that. I have to go up in the neck. Now this is gonna be pretty boring. This is not well, I guess my usual painting stuff's pretty boring too. So I guess I don't really have much to say on that one. The finishing of this stuff, I should show like how I get from point A to point B, but there's a lot of techniques involved in this that I'm not gonna be able to really show. But and yeah, anybody that wants to send me hair, feel free. I won't make you into a voodoo doll. Well, I can't promise, but I mean, you know, if you trust me enough. Then after these are done, I'm going to show the dry brush technique, because I dry brush them when I'm finished to give them a light coat. And that's the thing I got to show this guy, because he's doing a mask. And when I stumbled across him, it was actually, he was asking for help in a horror group that I'm in about how to paint this. He got a mask he ordered online that looked like he ordered it from Wish. And he was like, I'm in deep shit, guys. Does anybody know how to make this look good? And if you know me well, anybody that ends up watching this later, I tend to help people that do the filming and all that stuff there. And he was wanting this for a film. I blow on it like that, by the way, because it helps to stream it down and give it like down into everything else. But anyway, he was asking like, oh, does anybody know how to paint this better, da 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 da. And I was all right, bro, let me help you here. Because it looked bad. It was floppy. It didn't have any, it was nothing like the picture for this demon mask that he had ordered at all. So he was looking for help, anybody that could help him. And I was like, I got you, bro. I got you. And for the past week plus or so, we've been chatting quite a bit. I've been helping him put a new strap on, get some secure or some stability to it. Things like that to help him before he got filming this next week. And I'm like, you know what, man, I should just do a tutorial on how to paint stuff for you, but I didn't. But now I kind of am. You'll see when this all comes out how good it looks. I say that now. Watch it look like garbage. But he's a pretty cool guy. He's over in, I think, England land. I can't really exactly remember. It's something like that. And so he's probably asleep right now. I know he just signed off early. He's like, all right, man, I'll try this tonight and I'll catch you tomorrow and let you know how it turned out. I'm like, all right, bro, cool. So, but this is definitely a different approach to the paintings and my other more normal stuff. Again, doing the back side, I'll do it just like I do the front side because, again, quality matters front to back, even if you're never going to see the back. Because it matters that it's there. Doesn't matter if you ever see it or anybody ever gets shown it. It matters that it's fucking there. Because that shows who you are. And that's important. It shows that you as a creator take that much time and effort to do your fucking job. The end. Nobody understands that about me. I never get it. I don't know how other people don't live that life. Like, if you're going to make stuff, how can you not want it to be perfect? How can you not want people to look at it when it's done and go, God damn, that is amazing. He did everything, you know, like every position, every part, every piece, it's all done. How can people not want that? How can you? It's a disservice to your work, not just your name, not just your credibility, not just but your work itself. You know? It'd blow my mind. Thanks. And bro, you don't ever bother me, by the way. I know you're worried that you bug me. You have too much low self-esteem, bro. You're like, if I bother you, man, let me know. No. At 2 in the fucking morning, you hit me up and you're like, bro, what are you doing? Motherfucker, I'm sleeping. I mean, I got kids and shit. Remember that? I got you know, do shit in the morning and all that kind of crazy shit. At 2 in the morning, I am sleeping. That's what I'm doing. Always. Unless I'm like, have the insomnia, which I'll bitch about on Facebook. I'm like, I can't fucking sleep. In which case, then maybe at 2 a.m. if you hit me up, I might answer and be like, I'm not sleeping. Fuck everything. And I'll be mad then. And the beauty of this is once it starts drying, I don't know, you can start seeing the decay. Well, fuck. I don't know if you can really see that. Oh, I'm cutting out? Motherfucker, really? Can't hear me, huh? I'll get back at you around 3 a.m. then. Okay, can you hear me on Facebook right now? That's the question. Can you hear me clearly when I'm talking on Facebook? Sandy, go ahead and tell me if you can hear me good. Because over here on YouTube, I'm being told I am not being heard. So if you can hear me on Facebook, let me know, bro. Because it might be a YouTube problem, and if it's not, it's my fucking internet being cock garbage again. Which I'm serious, we're serious about, like, to fucking cancel our internet. We have no other alternatives, though. Our internet there's only one provider in this town, but. Yep. So you can hear me on YouTube, on Facebook, but you can't hear me on YouTube. Fucking trash. Fucking trash, bro. Apparently they can hear me on Facebook. Oh, man. So You know, I get so sick of this. Like, shit that works one place doesn't work the other. It's frustrating, man. You can hear me on Facebook. See, what the crap balls, bro? So my YouTube's fucked, which is the one place, you know, like, it's not the one place. Just that unless you're my friend on YouTube or Facebook, you're not going to fucking know, you know? So it's kind of like, oh, well, not that I have an audience on YouTube. Nobody likes me. Now that is starting to come out good on that. You can't really see the veins in it. I mean, I might be able to get closer. Oh, come on. Focus. All right. You can kind of start seeing some of the veiny work. Well, not really. You sack of dog shit. I'll have to wait till it dries out a little bit more. Anyway. But my Facebook. There we go. Well, fuck it. I'll keep it up on YouTube's just in general. Just in general. Come on, hair. But I don't remember what I was going to say. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't really have a subject for tonight or anything either. That's kind of the shit part. I'm kind of just winging it. No pun intended. And figured, you know, whatever we talk about, kind of the usual thing. I know I get off on the subjects a lot, political to all kinds of wacky shit, but just whatever. Anybody's got anything to chat about? Okay, you can hear me again. What the crap? You know what, dude? My internet's been weird. I'm going to say YouTube's fucking being stupid. YouTube hates me anyway. I honestly thought about just starting over with everything. I might just make a new persona for myself. Nobody will ever see Eric again because I'll be like, nah, fuck it. And I'll just make a whole new persona because it's trash. Fucking YouTube has officially just abandoned me anyway because I've gotten in so much trouble with it that nobody gets notifications. Nobody knows ever. People all the time are like, oh, dude, you're still on YouTube, man. I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, never get notifications. I got the bell turned on. I'm like, yeah, well, that's fucking YouTube for you. They fucking hate me. Facebook's the same way, though. I've gotten in so much trouble on Facebook just because, I can voice my opinion. Cool. No, you can't. You're not allowed to do that. Oh, well, crap. Yep. Oh, you're the new one. You didn't know I was on. Sorry, the other two knew I was on. So I thought you were one of them coming in here to bug me again. Thanks. And so far, so good. I mean, it's really getting a lot of good down the cracks, getting that decay look, getting the different patches on there, starting to look pretty nasty. If you go over it a couple of times, you know, get different layers or different levels of brown. Kind of like if you crack your pants a couple of times, get different levels of brownness. Really put in there. Not that I know personally, but I hear stories. I got nothing. My ability to joke is even garbage tonight. Sorry. But what the? Don't break stuff.
It's just trash box.
Trash box. Why is it not in the trash then? I don't know why you guys can't throw things away. Good. Thank you for throwing it away. But, oh man, and this is why there's paint all over my desk. It just drips and I try to wipe it up, but most of the time it's just trash. And I'm like, oops, I missed it. And it dries up. I'm like, ah, well, I don't care. Just make sure you get every little nook and cranny, as they say. So that way it's all in there deep and everywhere. Okay.
Old people.
I talk old people. I did that on purpose. I say stupid shit like that all the time just because it's weird. Get every nook and cranny. Don't forget to wash behind your victuals. What? What? Grandma, what did you just say to me? Your victuals? I don't think you're legally supposed to say that, Grandma. That is not proper. Yeah, it is real human hair. I don't remember whose human hair this is, though. I found this bag. I found this bag because, you know, I have multiple bags of human hair. That's a fact. But I found this one in with the stuff I used to make these guys, and I can't remember whose it is. So I'm like, where'd I get this bag of hair? Oh, well. It looks kind of like my old ponytails that I had in my hair when I had my devil horns built, but I don't think they are. But if they are, cool. I like to tell people that I do put a little piece of myself in every one of these, in all my artwork, because I kind of do. But at the same time, I do have people who sometimes give me their teeth. They give me hair. They give me just, you know, whatever parts they have laying around. They're like, you know, you'll do something good with it. I'll never do anything with it. I'm like, thanks. I can always use extra whatever. And then I do. And then people go, hey, is that real whatever? I'm like, well, it's not imaginary. And that's always my joke. But it's all cleaned. So for future reference, like there's no dirty, gross stuff going on. You know, there's nothing biohazardous or anything like that. You know what I mean? Just get that down there and just soak that up. Whoop. So I never put like blood or anything gross, you know, none of that kind of crap happens. Everything I do and use and make is always nice and clean. So it may look dirty and nasty, but it's clean. And see, like the wings are already, I don't know if you can see how good, dang it. They've got a good, well, you can kind of start seeing the shadows, like even in the fat, in the texture of the wings itself. From what I used to create them, it has like a texture in it itself. So once the paint kind of starts laying into it, it'll give it kind of a leathery texture in it. So that's one of the great things about this. The vapors. God, this is just one of these guys. I've got so much work to do on these and so little time. Because it's not just these. I got to finish the boxes after I do these guys. But I'll have to, tomorrow, when that guy gets back on, I have to be like, bro, watch this video really quick, just a little bit. And then I'll have to be like, fast forward like an hour and a half in so you can see the dry brushing technique. I'm like, and that'll help you figure out a much easier way. He's not ever done special effects. And I didn't giggle like that, like, oh, you never done special effects. Like, a lot of people don't. But, like, painting and stuff, not his forte, not his thing. So when he was asking, he's like, dude, this sounds hard. I'm like, nah, not really. You know, pretty simple stuff. But if you've never done it before, I mean, talking about dry brushing and saying words that you've never heard, I mean, I guess it would sound kind of hard. Just letting it fall into the cracks and do its job. I mean, it's not really too bad off. And no ranting or anything. See, it's ridiculous. Oh man. All right. Yeah. Getting in those cracks. Getting in those cracks. Looking good. Looking good. Make sure it gets on the little bone part so it doesn't look out of whack. I actually have a competition this year. Some guy has started doing the same peeled faces that I do, apparently. And in our state, which I'm kind of the guy who does this stuff. Everybody knows me. Everybody goes, oh, you need that shit done. Eric's the guy. Well, this guy suddenly pops up out of nowhere. Don't know him. Everybody that does this stuff I know around here. It's really weird that this guy just shows up out of nowhere and is like, oh, I make faces on canvases and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm all, And everybody's, have you seen this guy? Have you seen him? He's doing what you're doing, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm like, I don't own like a patent on like faces on a canvas, but I have seen a huge upswing of the things I create lately. It's really weird. I don't know. It's kind of annoying, but I mean, I don't, like I said, I can't, says nobody's allowed to make peeled faces but me. It's like, no. It's only annoying because it's like, I mean, I've been doing this for fucking years, 10 plus years or so now, the faces and stuff.
I mean, you could get a patent on it.
I mean, you could get a patent on it, I guess, but not really, because it's just a face on a canvas. So, I mean, can you get a patent on it? I don't know. Probably, maybe. What are you doing? I don't know. Go away. So, so anyway, the point I'm making is it's kind of interesting because if I'm a person who believes give credit where credit is due. And it bothers me when there's no credit given. So did this guy happen to see my stuff at one of these conventions and go, I can do that? And now he's doing it? If so, it would be nice for him to be like, hey, bro, what's up? I'm doing it too. Is that cool? Can we, talk, blah, 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 whatever. That would be nice. Just a little show of respect. If he didn't know that I did it, cool. No issue. No beef. I would like to talk to him and be like, bro, cool. I make faces too. What's your technique? What can we maybe learn from each other? However, a lot of the times you come to find out that people don't, they feel threatened for competition a lot. And that's usually when people get mad and they're like, well, I've been doing it first. Because I had a guy with artwork that I saw.
That stole your one painting?
Yeah, the one guy on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wake up one morning to find a picture on Instagram that from an artist that I followed that looked really familiar. So familiar because it was mine. And I was all, huh. I laughed about it. I made jokes. And when my wife woke up, I was like, hey, let me show you something. Does that look familiar? And she goes, yeah, that's your one painting that you had at the gallery showing for that Christmas thing for the kids. And it was really interesting because I had a gallery. Oh, there's an opening for a slot in the gallery showing. And I showed up for a charity event for some kids with my artwork, which was hilarious. And they only accepted one because they were like, holy fuck, we can't show your work. This is for kids. And I was like, well, yeah. This aborted fetus painting, it's all about kids. And they were like, yeah, we are going to have to say no on that one. I was like, all right. But this one, which I had up for years, and even images of me by it in the art show and all this other stuff in the gallery, next to the other people for the charity event. And it was cool. It was a cool moment. It was my first time actually ever being in a gallery at that time, for any reason. And So years later, this happened this last year, this guy posted a picture of that. And I was all, really? And he had it in a set of his artwork. So I was like, hey, bro, that painting looks pretty familiar because it's mine. So what's up? And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I painted that years ago. And I was like, yeah, well, I painted it quite a few years ago. And here's some pictures of me having it in an art gallery. And here's some pictures of it next to it. And here's some predated pictures of it being on other websites and, news report of the art gallery showing and the charity event. And man, that was an interesting day. He was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, bro, I'm not mad. You're going to either tell people where you got the image from and cut me in on the profits, and I'm fine with you using it at that point, or take it the fuck down because it's not yours, and that's not cool, bro. And he took it down. So I was totally cool with sharing it with him, but he didn't want to share. He thought that his fans of his work would be not having faith in him any longer. So I believe in credit where credit's due. I've had many pieces of imagery that I've made that I'm like, wow, I got this idea from this guy because his fucking work is amazing. This is really cool. And, I totally give it credit. I'm like, I got the idea from this dude because his shit's bad as fuck. And so hold on. These are the differences in coloration. And I'm sure you can tell significant change in appearance, skin-wise, right? Like, obviously, this one's much lighter in the head nugget. You can't really tell. But this one already has a look of deteriorated skin, the different tones on it and stuff like that. Now I'm going to go back through with a little bit of black and do some touch-ups with a smaller brush. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And that is for the reason of it's not black, it's just a dark gray at this point. And it will really add to some of those spots. However, might also have to add a little bit more brown to that. Really give it its fucking to-dos. Because if I don't, it's gonna mess up and look stupid right there like it does. God damn it. So this is pretty much now going just like my usual paintings, where I'm going to get angry as fuck. There we go. God damn it, man. Just move, bro. You ain't got to be up in my fucking business 24/7. But adding a little bit of black in just the deep crevices will definitely give it. See. Now, the stuff I use, like I said, is kind of water-based. So it'll start sinking. It'll start... tis looking great. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's going to start having some issues. Now, I also got to go over the teeth to make sure that they pop out, because I want to make sure that they are also very prominent. And I will touch them up as well with some white. Not pure white, a very stained, nasty, decayed kind of white. But a lot of this now is just detail work with painting with water. It's like, it's a thing, people. It's a thing to do. Like I said, I don't think, I've said this a lot on my personal page, where it's like the efforts that go into some of this stuff, people don't comprehend. Hours and hours of trying to make something look perfect. You know, many art pieces take so long, to try and make perfect, and people just don't seem to get it sometimes. And I'm like, I look at some of these other people's artwork, some of these other artists, and I'm just like, God damn, man, it must have taken forever. And sometimes they're like, no, it just took me like a couple hours. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck you, bro. Like, fuck you and your fucking ability to kick ass and not even try. I hate you. I hate you and your mom for having you. Really? You just did that like that? Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. But these little details like this are really what's going to make and break a lot of the difference. Not in that mouth. That mouth looks terrible. I'm actually here. I'll just rub it off the teeth, and that'll help brighten them up. So you check this out. That way it gives you the, oh, no. You like that, bitch? All right. There we go. Teeth are looking pretty decent now. Head's looking pretty decent now. Got a little black there. Got a little more here. Just going to add that up here. Dab it around so it, again, splotches out. Dab to dab, dab. Add a little more right here. Dab that out. That'll give it some good solid look. Thanks for pausing it. I appreciate that. But everything's looking good there. Add a little bit more in that. So it's got some good kind of cracky stuff. Hey, still looks like my sister passed gas by a ferry. Jesus, you, man, no sister. Does your sister have like any kind of YouTube or anything? I'm just curious because, bro, I'm surprised if she does. You guys ain't got some kind of like massive family feud going on.
Do you have any washcloths?
Like wash rags?
Yeah.
Or okay, yes. In the laundry room yes, in the laundry room. Just look. I mean, come on. It's not gonna be that hard to find them. I literally tell you guys, like, well, I told your mom, I will put them in the bathroom as soon as I got room, but my wife puts all her clothes there. It's ridiculous. I'm like, come on, wife, really? Clothes don't go in the fucking bathroom. But my wife's like, yes, I do. They do now. Like, but they shouldn't. They fucking shouldn't. But yeah, just adding a little bit more here and there to give it just little touches. One super color of I can't do it. Super color black. Let's just expialidocious. I tried. Sorry, I failed miserably. You know, if I had another cup. Shit. All right. If I had another cup, I could add a little more water to that and just slather it down. So my crackhead neighbors, good story, are cracked out of their minds. And they were throwing rakes and umbrellas and skis, which we're still not sure where they got the skis from, seeing that we're literally in middle America and nobody skis here. But they had skis. So we're like, all right. I mean, that's a thing that crackheads have, right? Meth heads. And we're like, cool, bro, whatever. Throw some skis. Sure, why not? So they were super angry about that. I don't know about what, but it's good times, good times. Fun times. They fought apparently all night and into the wee hours of the morn. Don't know why. Never really asked those questions. Never tried to. Come on, just kind of blur around. Where's my drink? All right. Ooh, hey, here we go. Found another water down here. Watch this. Just add a little bit of water to this cap. Whoop. I'm going to spill this like a stupid son of a bitch. Now I'm going to use this cap as my extra water cap. Boop, bop, boop. I'm spending way too much time on this one, by the way. I really shouldn't be. This one's great, but shit. It is literally going to take forever if I keep this up. It'll look great, but damn. It'll take forever. I mean, the wing's going to have a lot of cool little spots and shit like that, sure. But again, it's going to take way too long for me to do it. So I guess it's about time to just hurry this shit up. And just kind of splatter it in there here and there, get something accomplished with it versus too much of this other stuff, which again, I have to come back through here at a little later with other stuff anyway, with light brown to really get it going.
Oh, I thought you were offline.
No, man, no.
Live. What's it on, dude?
Probably messing with her contacts, maybe brushing her teeth, which you guys both need to do tonight,
She's putting on a stupid face.
or doing a face mask. I don't know. Why don't you ask her
Do you
instead
want
of
me
me?
to make raviolis?
You have a half can of raviolis in the fridge. Pop them in. Press that microwave button. You know what's up.
How many viewers got?
Not many right now. Nobody really cares about me. Yeah. Oh, thanks, sweetie. I appreciate it.
I love you.
I love you too. Thanks. Thanks for the support. Bye-bye.
Where's my phone?
I don't know where you put my phone. I know that information. Shit. Time I'm like, how would I know that? Know that. All right, one more little bit on this wing. And I will be done with this wing. Good. Once that all dries in, it'll give us different tones on that. The back, I'm not really that worried about. It already has a lot of different tones, actions going on. I really probably didn't need to do it on the front, but I like to go above and beyond that a little bit to give it that rotten. Because as you can see this, I'm sure you can tell. If you've ever seen something that's been on the side of the road for a few days or long enough to get leathery skinned, it's got that kind of look to it. And I'm going to put much better pictures up at some point. But it's looking pretty decent right now. Overall, again, the back's not that bad with the tone differences up here, the texture differences down there. I might do a little bit up in here, you know, just to kind of give it that. Hey, Wifles. I may have to get off here in a second to talk to my wife for the night, but that's all right. I might go ahead and just, oh my God, look at me. I'm like, I'm not going to do this. And then I'm doing it anyway. I'm like, I don't need to do it on the back. And I'm like, oh, you know what? You know, it'd look good if I did this. And I'll go ahead and do it in these cracks. And like, come on, bro. I can't not do it. I really can't not do it. It's like, as an artist, as the guy who creates this stuff, you look at it and you just think to yourself, you know how much better that would look if I just did this one little bit. If I just added this teeny tiny bit. And it just keeps going. And then before you know it, you're just doing the whole thing and there you are. And you're just like, oh, well, might as well. All right, that looks good. That looks pretty good. All right. Once I'm done with all this, I'm going to be sealing it with a basic spray paint sealer matte clear finish to give it a so there's no way it'll be damaged from moisture or anything of that nature in the future. Then it will be encased in a built box. I build all the boxes myself. And then plexiglass cover from the front. All of its little trinkets inside, because I include trinkets which include real human teeth and other such said goodies. So like everything's legit, you know. It's not just some, like, again, haphazardy, you know, like, oh, you bought it from the dollar store and threw it together. You know what? There are instances of these fairies from Etsy, and I sell mine on Etsy too. But people have theirs for sale on Etsy for $80, damn near $100, and they're literally, and I'm not bashing their ability. Some of them are really good. Some of them impressed. Oh my God. I was like, wow, that guy's is really good. His is $80. But there's a guy's who's $80, and it is bought from the dollar store. No joke. The Halloween skeletons from the dollar store. And it's got what looks like mud on it. I'm not sure, to be honest. And some paint and leaves for wings on the back. That's it. $80. And people bought the shit and they went, oh my God, it looks so real. It's so good. I am being honest. It looked terrible. I'm not trying to bash him. It looked like it was bought from the dollar store, though. It did not look like very much was really put into it. As far as creative effort goes. And again, I'm not meaning to bash a dude, because, you know, people are going to look at this and they're going to be like, oh, I could do fucking better than that. And there are some out there that can do better than this by far. Holy fuck. Like I said, there's one dude who makes some of this, not like this, but he's done a few things that, God, oh my God, I'm just like, shit. That guy is not even, he's not even competition. He's just, that man don't even look down at me. He just don't even notice me. So I'll be like, oh my God, that dude's the shit. That's what that guy is. He's king fucking shit. I couldn't even touch his level of fucking ability. Fuck. Maybe one day, but not Tuesday. That's for sure. But again, you know, we all learn. We go. And that one dude selling his, there's quite a few like that, though, that are selling them for an extensive amount of money. 60 to $80. And I'm like, man, my guys are pretty solid at the price they are, the price point they're at for that by comparison, I would say. So but yeah, one sec, let me finish kind of trying to grubby up this chest. Sorry, puking in my own mouth. Good Lord. Same as always, just a little dab here, a little dab there. Leave a little mark of this, little mark of that, and slather it on. Wipe a little off if you can. Give it a little decay. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. I'm not going to say it's not. I'm pretty happy with this one so far. Don't want that to look too terrible. That started looking really kind of rough there. Again, I already did you a little bit, put a little right there. Basically, you just want this to highlight some stuff. Again, I'm going to do some brown in a minute, light brown in a minute for the dry brush, but I won't get to that until after I do all of these, which I will stop this for the night and do the rest on their own, so I can concentrate more on just the quality control of those guys. But so far, these guys have come out pretty good, and pretty happy with them. Not gonna say, oh shit! But as you can see, again, we're just nastying it up, dirtying it up. Looking pretty solid for me. As far as I am concerned, they're looking pretty good. I don't like getting the hair in there, although it happens really regularly. But I personally don't like to get it in there just because I don't want to get paint on it and people will see the paint and go, I think he's painting it. Because as it stands, usually the way I do this paint, it doesn't come across with paint strokes, brush strokes, or anything of that nature, because I'm using a watered down paint. The original coloration of it is not from the paint. It is from the material I create to make the skin. So it itself is colored that, you know. So, and then I just have to match kind of a brownish to it, and then we're good. But all in all, we're doing pretty good. Hang on, let me almost finish with the hand here. Bullet blot. Here. Oh, looking pretty good. Looking pretty solid. Now the hair's a mess. Sadly, the way I have to put the hair on, I'm looking for a better way to apply the hair because I don't like it. It looks, to me, I mean, it does look decent. You know, if you've ever seen a corpse rotting, it's not the prettiest when it comes to hair. The hair does a lot of funky stuff. So it's decent in that aspect. In the casing, it should look all right. But for me personally, I am disappointed in it. And I don't like it. I think I could do better. And I'm always looking for a better method for it. But until I find that method, it's decent enough that I deal with it. And I don't hate it completely. I think I can do better. That's all. I think I can do better. And I would like to do better for my audience. I would like to do better for the people who buy these from me because they deserve it. They deserve the best quality possible because that's what I do. Period. I think anyone who buys something from you deserves the best you can possibly give them. So I will learn better techniques at some point. Every time I make these, it's a new experience. It's a new idea. I try something different. I experiment with a concept, a method, a way to do this, to do that, to get this looking better, to get that. Wow, that got all over my face. You know, whatever. And then apply it to the next batch and kind of keep going. Sometimes I get like, Jesus Christ, never mind. The hands have gotten a lot better. The feet have gotten a lot better. Originally, they were trash. The first prototype I made was for my wife. She wanted a fairy. She's like, for her curiosity cabinet that she's got, which has like fucking real sharp teeth and just stuff from around the world and crazy shit. And she's like, husband, make me a fairy. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think I can do that. Finally, after her bugging the shit out of me forever, I was like, all right, let me try. And I made up what I made up, which came out pretty decent. The hands and the feet, trash. Fucking trash. So I started handcrafting these finger bones and these toe bones and just really going to town on making it look good. And after that, boom, I made the fucking hand bones, teeth bones, and all that stuff. And it was just like, yep, that's it right there. That's how it needs to look.
I know she's in the bathroom.
So that was it. And now I've got a whole range of fingers and toes and everything else that I use and make, and legs proper, and to like just the feet, like the feet and stuff were hard. They were annoying. But once I carved them in good, got them looking right, it was a pretty solid deal. Well, I think that's going to be about it. I think that's going to about do it. Let me get a little bit more on this heel and maybe up underneath the backs of the feet. Again, you'll never see them, but I want them to look like everything else. There's the quality involved. But yeah, it looks pretty tight. Once it dries, it'll look a lot better. But again, as just for comparison, color-wise, you know, this is the color raw before paint, and then this is the color after I do the painting of it. That is the difference. So, but you know, again, oops, as you can see,
That looks good.
thanks. It still has a ways to go with some of the stuff,
That looks good.
but it's not too shabby. Still, you can see the little tongue in there. Well, you can't really. It's got a little tongue in there. And once I get to everything, it'll be all right. I got another dry brush. Like I said, I got the dry brush to go through. You can't really see the texture. God dang, I wish the light. There we go. Now you can see the coloration a lot better on that wing. Like, see the differences, how it goes from light to dark real good. Let me see if I can switch it back over. You can kind of see on the wings a lot better the dark to light color ratios. And but anyway, that is how they look. Look very gross and grubby when I'm done. I will do a dry brush tomorrow. It's been an hour. That's cool. But I'll do a. Let me set it down really careful. I will do a dry brush tomorrow and show everybody how I do that really quick, so I can again show that one dude. But I'm gonna go ahead and kill it for now, so I can, you know, leave it. I'm sorry it's so boring. I'm so boring. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Maybe tomorrow we'll have something funny to say. You know, we'll chat. Somebody bring up a good subject. Get it ready. All right. Bye.